네, 여러분 안녕하십니까? 2023 산학협력 엑스포 학생창업 페스티벌 도약트랙 유학생 데모데이의 진행을 맡은 아나운서 이세라입니다. 바쁘신 와중에도 데모데이를 위해 자리해 주신 현장 참석자 여러분들과 또 유튜브를 통해 함께하고 계신 시청자 여러분들께 진심으로 환영과 감사 인사를 전합니다. 교육부와 중소벤처기업부가 주최하고 한국연구재단, 창업진흥원, 한국청년기업가정신재단이 주관하는 오늘 데모데이에서는 2023 학생창업유망팀 300 도약트랙, 또 유학생 10팀 중 우수 4팀의 사업계획 발표가 진행이 됩니다. 2023 학생창업유망팀 300 도약트랙 유학생은 국내 시장 기반의 창업 아이템을 보유한 우수 외국인 유학생 창업팀을 발굴하고 또 육성하기 위해 신설된 트랙입니다. 오늘 이 자리에 서기까지 IL 역량 강화를 위한 집체교육, 전문가와 함께하는 1:1 멘토링, 그리고 모의 IL 시뮬레이션 등 정말 많은 과정을 거쳐왔다고 하는데요. 4개 팀의 발표 후에는 발표자와 함께하는 미니 인터뷰도 준비가 되어 있습니다. 성장한 외국인 유학생 창업팀의 모습에 여러분 많은 기대 부탁드립니다. 시청자분들께 오늘 준비된 이벤트 소개해드리겠습니다. 뜻깊은 시간 함께 해주시는 여러분들을 위해 2개의 이벤트가 준비되어 있습니다. 하나씩 소개해드릴게요. 먼저 전문가 평가 결과 예측 이벤트입니다. 1시간 전 참가팀은 동일한 사업계획 발표를 통해 이미 전문가 평가단의 심사를 마친 상태입니다. 여러분께서 이 전문가 평가 결과를 맞춰주시면 되는데요. 4개의 팀 중 과연 어떤 팀이 1위를 차지할까요? 데모데이 종료 후 전문가 평가 결과 1위 팀을 예측해서 지금 실시간 채팅창에 안내되고 있는 구글폼에 작성해주세요. 정답자분들을 대상으로 추첨을 통해 한 분에게는 에어팟 맥스'를 드립니다. 여러분의 소중한 개인정보를 보호하기 위해 구글폼 작성을 요청드리고 있습니다. 번거로우시더라도 꼭 구글폼을 통해 작성해 주시면 감사드리겠습니다. 두 번째 이벤트 바로 소개해 드릴게요. 두 번째 이벤트는 학생 창업팀 응원 이벤트입니다. 방송 종료 후 업로드되는 데모데이 다시보기 영상에 학생 창업팀을 향한 응원의 메시지를 남겨주세요. 댓글을 남겨주신 분들 중 추첨을 통해 10분에게 신세계 백화점 상품권 3만 원권을 드립니다. 이렇게 여러분들을 위해 준비한 2개의 이벤트 소개해드렸는데요. 여러분 방송 끝까지 함께 하시고 꼭 행운의 주인공이 되시길 바랍니다. 그럼 발표에 앞서서 진행 방식 안내드리겠습니다. 발표는 질의응답 없이 팀당 5분의 발표를 진행이 되는데요. 발표가 종료된 후에는 저와 무대 중앙에서 만나서 미니 인터뷰가 진행이 됩니다. 이를 통해서 더 자세한 이야기를 나눌 건데요. 참가팀 모두가 외국인 유학생인 만큼 오늘 발표와 인터뷰는 모두 영어로 진행이 됩니다. 그럼 본격적으로 데모데이 시작하겠습니다. 오늘의 주인공 4개의 팀을 소개합니다. 현재 화면에 발표 순서가 보여지고 있는데요. 오늘 발표는 첫 번째 박사팀, 두 번째 레오그린, 세 번째 코호, 네 번째 이그잼 패드 순서대로 진행됩니다. 2023 학생 창업유망팀 300 경진대회를 통해 여러분 앞에 선 참가된 팀을 위해 많은 응원과 성원 부탁드립니다. 그럼 첫 번째 팀 바로 만나보겠습니다. 실험실 서비스의 새로운 시대를 가져올 박사님 팀 준비하고 있습니다. 지금 바로 함께 만나보시죠.
Hello everyone. My name is Alvan Dani Arbianto. A CEO from the Paksanim. This laboratory service and scientist matching. Every country has a problem related. The developing country has a problem with the R&D system. What's the impact? So the impact is the high price, low services, and low quality data. But the other hand, like Korea has a good R&D service, but they struggle with the declining birth rate. What the impact for the future is the declining the university financial income. And then they will get the problem with the laboratory maintenance. It can be high price in the future. So this is our solution to make a connected talent, a scientist, and the laboratory. That we want to make some kind of good thing for the two countries. Like the developing country will get the high quality data and also fast responses process. And so what for the Korean side? So they will get the overseas income actually and promote their universities and increase the ability of the scientists. That this kind of the market size for the one kind of the biological testings like 3.6 billion. This one kind of the testing. And if we want to try enter the Indonesian market, we will get the 5 million experiment per year. Then we should think about the laboratory side in Korea and talented science. We can go through in 30% are calculated from STEM field in Korea. That's why we will get the realistic talented scientists in the first time. It's around 90,000 users. And we try to give our customer our value to easy, fast, and quality for the data. So this is a trial model. It's like Upwork and Command, and my value is the establish the business model. And how it works for our platform, it's like see demand side, the researcher or the user from the Indonesia need the services for experiment, then the Korean side will give the supplies like the human being and the experiments research equipment. So this is our pilot project. It's come from the academic market, and the second one is the industrial market. From the academic market, here's the Dr. Tarwadi. We want to try to solve his problem. He has a problem for waiting the process. It's a little bit more. It's like 3 months, but we can handle this problem only 2 weeks. So this is our feedback from the customer. We try to develop our idea from this one. So this is the revenue strength from the commission, advertisement, subscriber, and online event. Actually, we want to apply the first time in the Jakarta, is the capital of Indonesia. We try to make our monies like from the 90,000 users at the first time. So this is the unique feature for our customer. We can easily communicate with the English button tools and try to make easy to track the process from these apps. And what is the feature for the laboratory? He can handle the maintenance, the customer, and easily to add the service in the future. And this is our strategy to get our customer to make a collaboration with the university in Indonesia and also with in Korea, the collaboration in Korea. So this is the strategy to upscale our idea to make in the other countries. This is our achievement until now. We already established in Indonesia to handle our customer and try to move into the Korea to get the more customer. So this is our team, and our mentors come from the Korea, Ken and Tech. So yeah, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much, Alvin. Can you come to the stage for an interview?
Yeah, thank you so much to listening.
I found your presentation very insightful because I also studied for my PhD.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Great.
So can you briefly introduce yourself to our viewers, please?
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Alvandani Arbianto. I come from Indonesia and I'm studying bioscience in the University of Science and Technology.
I see, you're a scientist.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
So I have some questions for you. Are you ready to answer?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, here we go. So my first question is that 박사님 is a laboratory and talent matching platform, right?
Yeah, right.
And what are the competitiveness of this platform?
Okay, thank you. It's a nice question. It's kind of a bit, it's like related to, I think everyone knows about the Common or the Upwork. It's common apps for to get the project. That what is the differences from us is the Paksanim is really needs to market users. It's like for us, for example, me as the chemist, that the chemist is kind of like very kind of the chemist, like for the oil and gas or research for the plant actually. But in industry should know about the which one the best chemist to do their job. Then we try make to this solution. If you need the needs like for gas and oil, and you will take the Paksanim to answer to handle this project. Yeah.
I see. So the field is very big, so you want to actually match specifically for the
right.
project.
Yeah.
That sounds actually, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so my second question is that what is the biggest impact that Paksanim platform can bring? Maybe, for example, the country like Korea.
Okay, thank you. Exactly, I think Korea has a high amount for the good quality scientists, right?
That's
that
right.
We should think about how to transfer into the industry, how to transfer into the government center. Then we should think the Korea will get the good job opportunity for them because they can earn their service into the directly industry, that directly a researcher in another country. I think it's good for Korea to get that things.
So this platform is actually very impactful for Korea and also for maybe globally as well.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my third question, let's move on to my third question. You know, actually, as a foreigner, it's not very easy to start, business in Korea, right?
Yeah.
So I'm really curious that what part of the Promising Student, Startup Team 300 did you find the most helpful?
Yeah, okay. Actually, in this event, I call the mentor. That from that mentoring, I can learn anything. Start with the small things like how to pitch something and how to communicate with the investor. I think this event is very helpful us to start our idea into the real business.
That's right. Sometimes it's actually really not easy to ask all those details, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and then from mentoring, you could actually solve those problems.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So after this demo day today, how do you feel about your presentation or everything in general?
Yeah, actually, I think for general it's good for us, and we, that we are published our idea in Indonesia. That's why it's good impact for this event to us. Yeah.
Thank you for all the answers, and I wish the best luck.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. 네, 박사님의 팀 발표와 이벤트 인터뷰까지 모두 함께 만나봤습니다. 계속해서 두 번째 팀 만나보겠습니다. 초음파를 통해 유색 플라스틱 재활용의 혁신을 가져올 레오 그린이 준비하고 있는데요. 바로 함께 만나보시죠.
Hello, my name is Samuel, and I'm here on behalf of Rio Green today to speak on how our project we are trying to revolutionize the recycling of colored plastics. So I'm currently doing my PhD in Lab of Microbiology under the Department of Chemical and Biological Engineering in Seoul National University. And today I'm here on behalf of my team to present to you our idea. So basically, I'll just talk about our story, and then I'll tell you a little bit about our solution, and then I'll go forward to look at our market, and then finally I'll just conclude on salient points. So it is of everybody's interest that environmental issues on waste plastics, is something that everybody is all working towards, including governments and individuals, including you and me as well, something that we are very much particular about. So if you look at our story here, way back in 2020, the South Korean government banned the use of colored plastics as packaging. This is something most people do not know about, but if you look at the way this initiative has already been established, that is leaving up a whole sums of waste colored plastics, and that is where we come in as a team, as Rio Green, to collect these waste colored plastics, and then we will recycle them through our technology. So currently, if you look at the volumes of plastics, especially after the post-COVID era, we are seeking that the volumes of plastic should have increased, if not doubled. Whilst we're already standing at about 460 metric tons of waste plastics, we are currently being able to just recycle close to 6 to 9%, and that is really a very small number compared to how much waste we are being thrown away, and that is close to about 353 metric tons of plastic waste. And if you look at the streams of how these plastic waste, or the life cycle of these plastic waste, we are looking at about just recycling 9%, mismanaging close to about 22%, and then we are throwing away almost 50% of that to landfills. If you look at the repercussion effects of all these, I mean, we are all very much aware of the weather changes and all that. And so that is why this is not just a personal initiative, is something that everybody is in collective collaboration in order to be able to curb these menaces. So if you look at the current situation right now, I'm from Ghana, and then currently we have a whole huge city that has been replaced with waste slums. And these are wastes that are coming in from other countries. So this is kind of a very urgent situation that needs to be really addressed. And coming up with this idea was something that I really, really, really wanted to do all the way in my PhD studies. So the main problem here that comes up with waste plastics that I think most people do not know about is that the price of a recycled plastics is way more expensive than the price of a virgin plastic. So someone may ask, why do I then have to go through the trouble of just recycling the plastic when the final price of it is going to be higher than buying a new virgin plastic? Okay, so this question here is something that baffles a lot of engineers, and even including the layman might not even understand why people are going all the way through to be able to, get recycled plastics. But that comes in here with the process of processing the recycled plastics, and that is mostly dense towards the sorting, the collection, and how to be able to remove some of these bad colorants. So if you look at our project, we are coming in here that we are taking all these colored plastics, first of all, to be able to remove these bad colorants, and that is by using our technology, ultrasound. How are we going to do this? So first of all, we are trying to prepare organic, eco-friendly water-based solvents, and these solvents are able to dissolve these bad colorants and be able to produce that gradient that is supposed to move these bad colorants from the waste plastics into this solution. We are introducing ultrasound waves, and this is able to produce cavitation that is able to migrate these bad colorants all the way from our colored plastics into the solution. And that is how we are able to produce colorless plastics, and then we can be able to sell these to the mainstream for which most companies are able to recycle them. So that is where we are coming in with our technology of using a very clean and eco-friendly way, bumping ultrasound waves into this to be able to remove the colorants, producing colorless plastics, and therefore we can be able to recycle these as easily as we do right now. So currently our removal rate is close to about 60%, and we are looking forward to be able to improve upon our idea and our technology and able to increase this removal rate. So if you look at our current procedure, we are trying to partner with some other companies as well, so that we're able to produce these colorless plastics and then sell them to them, sell this to these companies, and they're able to produce the final goal of good forms of recycled plastics. So that is how far we have come, and we Rio Green here are seeking to be able to produce a very good eco-friendly way in recycling colored plastics. Thank you very much for listening, and hope to see you in the future as well.
Hi, Samuel.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the insightful presentation.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me who you are?
Okay, so my name is Samuel, and I'm currently doing my PhD in chemical engineering in Seoul National University, and I'm here on behalf of Rio Green. We are seeking to revolutionize the recycling of colored plastics through ultrasound.
Wow, cool. We're from the same university, by the way.
Oh, that is very nice to see an alumni here.
Okay, so this field is really new to me. So I'm really curious, what are the current recycling routes for colored plastic? And then how is it different from your way or your method?
All right, thank you very much for the question. So in order to put it into plain language, I would say we just have our three types of recycling routes. We have the mechanical, the chemical, and the pyrolysis. Pyrolysis is just burning them. So our recycling route here combines two, that is chemical and mechanical. And that way you can call it mechanochemical recycling. So first of all, we are seeking here to be able to use ultrasound to be able to dissolve these colorants. And that's where the chemical part comes in. And after producing colorless plastics, we are seeking then to be able to melt this into other forms of plastics in order to produce just like the normal mechanical recycling. So in our route, we are seeking to combine two, that is the mechanical and then chemical, aka mechanochemical recycling. That is where we come in.
So combination of a mechanical and then also chemical waste. That's very interesting.
Absolutely.
Okay, so is that way applicable to other types of plastic recycling, but not just color plastic?
Thank you very much for the question. So if you look at our procedure here, we are trying to combine two, that is chemical and mechanical. But if you look at the other types of recycling, that is either depolymerization or they burning them, our goal here is that we are seeking to be able to just not just colored plastics, but as well, but able to also produce these ultrasound waves that could also be used in any other thing that involves ink. So someone even gave me an idea that we can use ultrasound to remove tattoos, and that is something we are still working on. So we are just basically first based on just colored plastics, and that is how best our technology can be able to, help in these recycling routes for now.
I see. So it might be expanding, from the color
Exactly.
plastic.
Exactly.
Okay, I think it's really brave of you to start a business in Korea as a foreigner. Yeah, it's not easy, right?
Absolutely not.
So can you give any advice to foreigners who want to actually start a global business in Korea?
All right. So I would say that if you look at the startup ecosystem in Korea, and if you compare that to the world, I would say Korea is having the number one best ecosystem for startups. So for foreigners who would like to pursue startups, I would say they're in the best country. And then there are a lot of resources that are available, including this, and that they should feel very comfortable. There are a lot of support systems, and then they should be able to, venture into these, and then they have all these resources that are available, to help them achieve their goals. So that is something I would really like to tell foreigners, that there is a very good ecosystem for startups in Korea here.
So
make use of it.
There are actually opportunities for foreigners to start a business in Korea. Okay. So lastly, how do you feel about, today's Demo Day?
Yeah, it's all smiles. Meeting up fellow startup is just all smiles. It's all good relation. And today has also been very good because it's just something that we are all trying to push our dream, and seeing this platforms being available to all of us is something that we can never be thankful for. And we are all grateful to the government and also to all the support systems. And they hope organizing programs like this for us is something that we never dreamt of. So thank you very much. And it was very good seeing everybody.
Thank you very much for showing your gratitude. And I wish all the best luck, and I cross my fingers for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
네, 이렇게 레오 그린 팀까지 함께 만나봤습니다. 계속해서 세 번째 팀도 만나보시죠. 한국에 거주하는 외국인들을 위한 부동산 중개 서비스, 바로 코호가 준비하고 있는데요. 바로 함께 만나보시죠.
All right. Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon. I think it's the evening right now. So my name is Doğukan from Turkey, as co-founder and CEO of Koho. We're building a global platform to make apartment finding easy for foreigners in Korea. I've been a university student, as a foreigner outside of my country for more than 6 years. And then throughout the time, I lived my whole life in a dormitory. But this time, I wanted to do something different and live by myself and start looking for a house a couple of months ago. And it took me a long time to find one, but unfortunately I couldn't. So what happened was I gave up and I settled with a very small room apartment, and now I'm living there. And that might be the case for the upcoming millions of foreigners coming to Korea every year. Although there are companies that are providing all these solutions, the process of house finding is still is complicated, exhausting, and time-consuming. And just by simply not knowing Korean can cost hundreds of dollars to foreigners. And the same for the real estate agents as well. Just because of the language barrier and the cultural differences, they're missing out a lot of chances, especially generating revenues of millions of dollars as well. So in Koho, we're providing these solutions, these problems with matching with our solutions. For example, to save time and money, we're providing all the information under one platform. And when it comes to the information and content, everything has to be accessible. So we're providing all the content in English and accessible for everyone. And when it comes to the cultural part of it and the real estate laws, we're providing content for that as well. Okay, to go back just a second. All right. So the main difference between us and our main competitors is that when user put their information, for example, their financial budget, the location that they want to live, and all the things that they want to do, most of the time, other competitors that we have, they provide only one type of housing solutions. But in Koho, what happens is we provide one rooms, share house, and Koshiwon listings all at one platform so that foreigners don't have to waste time going back and forth between all these platforms. And what happens is another difference comes up as well, meaning that in our competitors, they only care about the house finding part, but they're not focusing on what happens after the house finding. So through our partners, our residents, our tenants, potential tenants, they are able to find our partners on our platform, which they can get service such as SIM card services or translation services, or if they want to open a bank account, that's also possible as well through our platform, through our partners. So that's another difference that we have between our competitors. And when it comes to our business model, it's quite simple. It's free for everyone. Yes, for foreigners and Koreans, it's all free to search for a house. It's all free. But what happens is, how we're going to earn money is out of charging real estate agents, housing managers, and Koshiwon owners. We are a student team, so we're from Sogang University, and we have a couple of thousand students coming in each semester. And so our strategy, our plan is to start our prototype from our university and then expand to the other schools in our area and then the whole country, so that any foreigner, when they're looking for a house, they can go to Koho and then they can find their house as well. Okay, so our market is huge and growing day by day. We're targeting 2.2 million of foreigners each year, and our market is growing 7% each year. And when it comes to... Okay, so lastly, our goal is to help foreigners adapt to South Korea better, and because that's when they can contribute to the society and also have fun in Korea, because Korea has a lot of things to enjoy about, but without house and just stressing about the house, it won't make it happen. So we're here to help them. And behind this great vision, we have great people as well. As for me, I have done a few projects and a few startups back in the day, generated a few thousands of dollars. We have a salesman and a marketing genius on our team as well, Seung-jae, and we have a full stack and AI developer, Florent, and we have Chehi, who helped startups, small startups back in the day as well, and we have Seung-yeon on our customer relations team to make this dream happen. And we have other partners as well to help this dream come true, such as Seoul Startups, The Garrison, Dev Korea, Hanshik, and all the other people that were helping us. We're excited to build our future for both Koreans and for foreigners. Thank you.
Hi, Dokkan.
Hello, hello.
Wow. Your presentation was actually very interesting, so I came up with many questions. But before we do that, can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
Absolutely. So hello, everyone. My name is Dokkan. I'm all the way from back to Turkey, Istanbul. And I'm here in Sogang University studying 4th year as a computer science and engineering major. It's my last year. getting there, here and there. Yep.
Okay, so you're an engineer.
Sure. I would say why not? Yes.
Okay, so your service sounds very interesting, but there are some platforms that are already doing in Korea, such as 직방 or 다방. So what are the differences between your platform and their services?
Absolutely. So one of the, as most of us know, Chikbang and Tabang is mainly targeted Koreans. So that what that means is that they're all the SEO explain it a little bit easily is the search engine optimization, meaning that when people search for something, all the companies are put their keywords on so that when people search and the keywords match with the companies as well, the solution come up, the website come up. What happens is when foreigners looking for a house in Korea through Google, no Chikbang and no Tabang comes up at all. So
Right.
that's unfortunate. So the accessibility part of it is unfortunately not that good at this moment. So we're targeting on that part as well. And also compared to those companies, we're providing share house and Koshiwon listings as well, not only one room and office deals.
Yeah, that part was actually really interesting for me. My second question is, what made you actually start the business of solving housing problem in Korea?
That's a great question as well. And as I was telling earlier, I've been a student, as a foreigner for more than 6 years, or I would say 7 years. And throughout my whole life as a student and abroad, I have lived in dormitories. So I've never lived by myself. I've never done this by myself. So why not doing this year? So this year was my breakthrough year that, okay, I'm going to do that. And then I was looking for all the housing options. But unfortunately, there were not a lot of options that I could trust, or they were not outdated. And there were a few things that I saw that could be improved better. So that was the reason that I started. And once I started it, I actually talked to my friends. Hey, do you have this problem? How do you find your houses? Who do you go to? And they have the similar or maybe the same problem. So that's what made me start it. And then right now we're a team of 5 working on this every day.
Yeah, it's not really easy for foreigners to find a new place. I think my foreign friends in Korea will love this service.
Yeah, absolutely. www.koho.kr.
Yeah.
Let us know.
I'll spread out the good news for my friends.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, so my next question is, what helped you the most, while you are participating in this program, promising student, startup team 300? What is the most helpful part for you?
Oh my God. Okay, there are a few things that I could talk about it, but I would say because this program is mainly targeting foreigners and especially 학생, the students, meaning that people who doesn't have industry experience or any startup experience that much compared to the other people. So just being in this competition, we learn how to be professional. We learn how to make on the time management and just submit all the documents. And on the other side, they brought really awesome mentors and all the people that could help us. And all the mentors we went through so far, do you mind if I have a shout out just a little?
Of course.
Of course.
Why not?
Okay, absolutely. So the one person that helped us a lot was Riso An. So he has been very helpful about it as well. He's not in our industry. He's not in the real estate that much, although he has done a lot of stuff. But he taught us how to network, how to talk to people, how to communicate with people, and how to introduce yourself. So that was one of the things that we learned throughout the day, throughout the whole journey as well.
That's really basic, but that's the most essential thing. So yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Okay, I'm really glad to hear that. So how do you feel after finishing your presentation? What do you feel?
Relaxed. I can have a good dinner with my team at last in this beautiful city, Daejeon. It's our first time all together. Hopefully, we're gonna have some good Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
And in the area, and we're looking forward to that as well. Yes.
Okay, I cross my fingers for your team, Dokan. Thank you.
Thank you.
네, 코어팀의 발표와 인터뷰까지 함께 만나보셨습니다. 어느덧 오늘 데모데이의 마지막 순서만을 남겨두고 있는데요. AI를 통해 전문 자격시험 준비에 새로운 변화를 가져올 이그젠 패드가 준비하고 있습니다. 바로 함께 만나보시죠.
Hi, we are from ExamPad. We are an AI-powered, personalized professional exam curation service. So there's a huge problem in proficiency and professional market these days. First, you have a very large curriculum that you have to prepare within a year or 6 months. And there are institutions that help you to succeed in your exam, but they lack in personalized services since there are hundreds of students in one class. And when they do their own diagnosis exam, it takes too much time and it's so difficult that you don't really know which part you're excel in and which part you're weak in. And you have to take this diagnosis exam for several different subjects while you're actually studying for university or while you're working for your job. And because of this reason, there's a 29% dropout rate or 51% failure rate in succeeding and getting that license. So this is our solutions. So when you use our service, you will take a 5-minute diagnosis exam, a quiz. And through this quiz, our AI will be able to detect which part you are excelling and which part you're weak in. And we show that result graphically so you can easily understand where you need to work on. Not only that, we also provide free textbook services for those who are suffering from weak financial situation. So with the multiple layer of AI, we were able to have an 80% accuracy rate in diagnosis and improvement rate for the student score for 24% when they use it for 2 weeks. And as we develop more and more, this accuracy rate and the improvement rate is rising. And since we're using a plug-and-play coding, it can be unlimitedly horizontally expanded, meaning currently we're working on nursing, but using the same code or similar code with some minor adaptations, we can use it for doctors, lawyers, and other proficiency and professional exams. We recognize the current established market is very conservative and strong. However, through our market research, we were able to provide what students actually really need, such as short-form lectures or index-related quiz and index-related lectures. Our current target market is 4 trillion Korean won using our current services, but we are aggressively expanding our market through betterment of our AI and creating of AI tutors and media contents. Currently, our model, price model is different per service, but this market business model is just for our first release product, which is for nursing. Users can use our service for free for 3 days, and after the 3 days, they can buy the basic version for 50,000 Korean won per month. They can use our diagnosis system unlimitedly, get the curation services, and also get the free textbooks. And institutions such as after-school academies can also use our services, and the cost is per student head. We got our pre-seed money from the Ministry of Science and ICT, from I-Core program, and the Amazon Web Services, because we want the Asia-Pacific's most innovative edtech. And we were recently signed a contract with Foreigners Publishing, which with their partnership program, we will be able to utilize our system into 2 after-school academies and 55 high schools in South Korea. After this, we are currently in negotiation with a startup company in Philippines for their civil service exams, and UC Hastings in America for US bar exam for our first overseas expansion. Currently, because of job insecurities, the needs for proficiency and professional exams licenses is rising, both in Korea and outside of Korea. And we're excited with our team from Korea, India, Canada, and France to come up with this great product that we will be releasing for other exams, releasing it due next year, early next year. We are ExamPad, AI-powered personalized professional exam curation service. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Thank you.
Hi, Minggu.
Hi.
Okay, your presentation was actually very insightful, and I'd like to ask some questions. But before we do that, can you tell us who you are?
My name is Minggu. I am one of the two co-founders of ExamPad. I am from Seongkyungwan University with a computer engineering background.
Okay, so my first question is that how can your business model change or give impacts to professional or proficiency licensing sector?
So the price range to get that license differs from what type of license you're trying to take, but usually it's around 2 million Korean won for all the hagwons and the textbooks and everything. But using our service, the users will be able to decrease the amount around 70% because they only have to pay a 6-month study period, and the percentage of them passing the exam is very high.
I see. So the financial burden for the users will be actually reduced.
Yes,
And that's a great change.
it is.
Okay, so my second question is that what makes ExamPad competitive, and also what are the current and near futures plans of ExamPad? It sounds like you're actually already dreaming and then taking a step for global expansion.
Yes, since we are already trying to sign up with contract overseas, it is a very positive outlook for us. So our method of trying to survive in this very competitive education market is through a partnership program. We are not trying to disrupt the market here. The market is very conservative, and they know the know-how to get the customers and get the right curriculum for the exam. So what we are planning is we are trying to partner up with the current established market to bring an AI into the system for not only for them, but for the users in the end.
So using an AI service, that's a big change.
Exactly. So when you see the partnership program or our customers in overseas, they're an established institutions, yeah.
Right, makes sense. Okay, so it seems like there is a foreign member in your team, and there are actually thousands of foreigners who are dreaming of starting a business in Korea. So can you give any advice for those foreign people in Korea?
Like the previous startup CEOs have said, Korean government provides lots of opportunities, government grants, office spaces, sometimes free, sometimes in such a very low rate that does not risk you financially. So if you are trying to do a startup and establish yourself with something, I think Korea is such a great place to do so.
I see. Dreams can come true in Korea, right?
Exactly.
Do you have any comments for everybody?
I had several failures while doing until I was able to establish this. 3 failures due to many reasons: financial, teammates. You're gonna go through tough situations. You're gonna feel the betrayals within the team or from outside of the company. But life is tough. Endure it.
Yeah.
And if you're a student, it's a great experience. If you're not, this is the reality of life. Go through it.
That was very realistic advice, but we actually learn from failures and our mistakes. So I think that was also very practical, advice. Thank you very much, Minggu.
Thank you. Oh, can I say a shout out too?
Of course.
Hi, Mike Chi. Thank you for helping us a lot. There aren't a lot of great advisors. Usually, it's a textbook advisor, but he was an actual advisor with great experiences that I have experienced. Like the products that he made was my life, my childhood life. So it was much more relatable when I was able to talk with him. Thank you, and thank you for the teammates to going through all those hardships with me. Thank you.
I'm so glad that you could actually meet a life mentor from this program. Thank you, Minggu.
Thank you.
네, 익스엠패드까지 도약트랙 유학생 데모데이 4개의 참가팀 모두 함께 만나봤습니다. 정말 1시간 동안 시간이 가는 줄 모르고 지나간 것 같아요. 타지에서도 창업이라는 꿈을 위해 도전을 멈추지 않는 우리 유학생 창업팀에게 여러분 많은 응원 부탁드립니다. 현재 실시간 채팅창을 통해 전문가 평가 결과 예측 이벤트가 구글폼 링크 안내되고 있는데요. 4개의 팀 중 과연 어떤 팀이 1위를 차지할지 정말 기대가 됩니다. 전문가 평가 결과 1위 팀을 예측하셔서 구글폼에 작성해 주시면 정답자분들을 대상으로 추첨을 통해 한 분에게 에어팟 맥스를 드립니다. 방송 종료 후 진행되는 학생 창업팀 응원 이벤트에도 여러분 꼭 많은 참여 부탁드립니다. 여러분 귀한 시간 내주셔서 함께해 준 시청자분들 다시 한번 진심으로 감사의 인사를 드리고요. 2023 산학협력 엑스포 학생창업 페스티벌 도약트랙 유학생 데모데이 여기서 마치도록 하겠습니다. 저는 지금까지 진행의 아나운서 이세라였습니다. 함께해 주신 여러분 고맙습니다.